Good morning and welcome to an all-new Eye of the Tiger. I'm Nick Chang.
And I'm Austin Daly.
This next week, there will be more AP tests. Monday morning will be biology, Tuesday morning will be calculus AB and calculus BC, Tuesday afternoon will be French, Wednesday morning will be English language, Thursday afternoon will be statistics, and Friday morning will be human geography, microeconomics, and Friday afternoon will be European history.
Changes in district budgeting sever the number of CTE Works courses available for next year. Students and teachers will have to say goodbye to several career and technical education courses that were offered throughout the county.
This year, CTE Works offered a total of 15 courses to Roseville Union High School District students at different locations in Placer County. Next year, however, students can choose from just 7. Roseville Joint Union High School District Superintendent Ron Severson cites budget cuts as a factor.
So the state has sort of stripped the money away from the county. The county really has a very small budget now. They used to offer, ROP classes that were available to everybody in the county, and they can't afford to do that anymore. And so they basically came to us and said, if we're going to fund these things, then the individual school district are going to have to pay. Well, we'd had 6 kids taking the cosmetology program. We had 4 kids in a program here. And so the programs, it didn't make any sense. The cost to the district was going to be far more than the value added to our individual kids.
According to Severson, students lamented over the loss of certain CTE Works courses, and the district noticed.
We felt badly because it was limited choices. First, there were some individual students that were really excited about a particular ROP class, and that's not available to them. We feel bad about it.
RHS students will not be able to take child development education, development psychology of children, sports medicine, EMT preparedness, engineering for manufacturing, graphic art and animation, video production, or baking and pastry careers starting next year. RHS sophomore Amy Adamson will not be able to take sports medicine next year, a class she initially hoped would grant her experience in a field of interest.
I'm actually really upset about it because I was very excited for the class. So I wanted to do physical therapy as a career, and I felt that if I did this class, it was going to help me further myself than any other person that didn't take it. And so now that they took that away, I don't have the advancement, and I'm not going to have all the skills and be prepared for it that I was going to if I had taken the class.
Of the remaining CTE Works classes, AP Computer Science A, taught by RHS math teacher Kevin Fagan, will continue to provide students with experience in coding.
Definitely a challenging class, but for students who are interested in entering computer science as a college major or entering computer science as an industry professional, it's a really awesome opportunity for them.
RHS junior Kendall Sparks looks forward to taking AP Computer Science A next year.
So it'll give me kind of an extra chance since I have a tight schedule already with classes on campus, so I can take the extra classes. Although I'll have to move around my schedule around for it, it's pretty beneficial in my opinion.
For more on changes in the CTE Works program, read the full story in Monday's paper.
Spring Dance Show tickets went on sale this week. You can buy one for $10 in the front office or the dance room. Their shows are on May 25th, 26th, and 27th.
We now go to Jason Russell for sports.
Good morning and welcome to this week's edition of EOTSN. I'm Josh Carson alongside Jason Russell and Sam Toomey. Following up on a story today on Viewpoint from Tuesday, new teams are entering the CBC for the 2018-2019 season. Inderkum Tigers, River Valley Falcons, Yuba City Honkers, and Wood Creek Timberwolves. Now the teams currently in the CBC that will be exiting are Whitney, Pondo, Cosumnes Oaks, Del Campo, and Oakmont. The teams staying include Bella Vista Antelope and your Roseville Tigers. So, the first question I want to pose about these new teams coming in for the 2018-19 school year, which of these schools collectively in all sports combined presents the biggest challenge to Roseville? Sam, we'll start with you.
Josh, I think the obvious answer is Wood Creek with the whole big Roseville-Wood Creek rivalry. But I'm going to go a little differently. Because I think my counterpart over there might go Wood Creek. I'm going to go with the Inderkum Tigers. We don't know a lot about them because they play in the TCC, but football, they won league. Basketball, they won league for boys basketball, and I think they pose a threat because I know playing against them over the years, they've got a good crop of athletic kids there, and they bring in a lot of athletes, and I think they'll pose a pretty good threat to Roseville and the CBC.
Having the Wood Creek rivalry back, I honestly think that just does so much good for the school. I mean, we saw the first year after they left and Roseville switched to the CBC. It was just like the attendance was down. I mean, you got to feel out your opponent. Like, we don't know who everybody is. But, you know, we thought Oakmont at the beginning, at least initially, I thought they'd kind of fill that void. It just didn't happen. But having this back, I think it's so good for the school. And I want to hear your opinion, as both of you guys played varsity sports. Just explain what that will do for sports here again, to have that literally crosstown rivalry, or whatever you want to call it, having Wood Creek back. Okay, Jason, so you played varsity basketball against Wood Creek in a preseason game for the last 3 years. 2 of those games at Wood Creek, 1 at Roseville. But it's not like a preseason game. It doesn't mean anything, but a league matchup there and here means so much more. What do you think that will bring to this school having that back?
Out of all of the teams that are coming into the CBC, the Wood Creek games, out of any sport, basketball, football, soccer, volleyball, doesn't matter. Those will probably be the ones that are most packed. But I think there's a flip side to that too, because with Wood Creek, I think it's going to be weird because with Wood Creek we're going to have a lot of people. But you were mentioning like half the people from like Cooley and Bulljohn go to Wood Creek, and half the people from the rest go to Roseville. But there are still a couple people who went to Whitney, who went to Antelope. There were still a couple people who went there. Do you know anybody who goes to Yuba City, Intercom, or River Valley? So as much as like everybody's going to know kind of everybody for Wood Creek, in terms of the other teams, nobody's going to know anybody. So I don't know.
And Antelope and Bella Vista, just to inject, they were really the biggest games in terms of attendance anyway.
Yeah.
The teams that you're losing are Whitney and maybe Oakmont. I mean, maybe Pondo, because that just got so chippy. But you're losing some of the teams. So you might have, like you said, one lopsided game in terms of attendance and the rest of them kind of lower. But I will go against that really quick, because Yuba City, you might have something going with them now, especially
maybe
after the
now that
playoff
we
game.
started the,
Okay, that's going to do it for Viewpoint today. Now for an update on boys golf. Jason.
Boys golf, congratulations to them. They just made playoffs for the first time in over a decade, so congratulations to them. And Sam, you have a little bit of bragging rights right now, so we're gonna let you tell everybody what's going on with boys volleyball.
Yeah, I'm proud to announce that the boys volleyball team, we went undefeated in league and didn't drop a set for probably the first time in Roseville boys volleyball history, and we're the sole league champs this year.
And that's it on your home for Roseville High School sports. Top plays, breakdowns, and more at the Tiger Sports Network, EOTSN. And now we go over to Gabe Townsend and entertainment.
Thanks, guys. On Wednesday, Marvel and Netflix released a new trailer for their new Netflix original, The Defenders. Set to release on August 18th, The Defenders is a team-up of all 4 characters from their respective Netflix original shows, being Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist. The trailer shows off some interactions between the 4, but it seems that they will be brought together by Claire Temple, a nurse who has played a large role in all 4 shows. We also get a better look at the villain, Alexandra, played by Sigourney Weaver, who seems to be involved with an organization called The Hand. We will as well see the return of smaller characters from each show, such as Foggy Nielsen, Misty Knight, Trish Walker, and Colleen Wing. We also get to see Elektra return in this series, and I'm not exactly if she's good or bad, but it's still cool to see her come back. Overall, The Defenders looks to be something that smooths out the cliffhangers and the issues with the other shows, and provide a pretty awesome team-up between some very interesting characters. Now we go back to news.
Thanks, Gabe. An RHS senior has recently gained the status of coffee master at her Starbucks job.
After securing a job at Starbucks, senior Lauren Roberts took her passion for coffee and decided to work towards the position of certified coffee master.
I have always had a love of Starbucks and coffee, it's just so much more than a drink to me. And I know this sounds so weird, but I absolutely love my job. I love Starbucks. There's so much to know and learn, and it's something that I'm truly passionate about, so I love being able to deepen my knowledge about it through something like becoming a coffee master.
The Certified Coffee Master program at Starbucks recognizes workers' knowledge and skill with a special designation of a black apron after they pass both written and taste tests.
So there's no, a lot of people think you get a pay raise. You don't, but to me that doesn't really matter. The only visual or essential thing you really get is the apron, which, black goes with everything, so it's really great. But you have just a deepened knowledge, so customers can go to you if they want to know I'm looking for a dark roast coffee, which one do you recommend? And then I can recommend some of my favorites, and I can tell them what one of our pastries pairs best with it due to that coffee specific flavor profiles and whatnot.
Senior Braden Salisbury is excited for Robert's new position and appreciates her dedication to her job.
I think it's pretty cool that she's like so dedicated to something outside of school and like has really put in a lot of work, and I think that's really cool.
Despite a lack of benefits, Roberts feels that her Starbucks job has given her an outlet to reach out to people through a mutual love for coffee.
Like I said, I love my job so much. I love being able to connect with people over something as simple as a coffee, and just have that connection with our customers. You get to know them by name, you get to know their orders, and just I like to, on my phone screen, I like to have quotes on my lock screen of my phone, and one of them says, "Be the reason someone smiles today." And I feel like through my job, I really have the power to do that because I can make someone's day through a drink. And I know that sounds so dumb, but it is really true. People enjoy Starbucks, and I love sharing that love that I have for it with my customers and with my fellow employees and whatnot.
Roberts plans to continue her new job as a certified coffee master for as long as possible.
If you're interested in being a part of next year's academic decathlon team, please attend a meeting during Monday's single lunch in room 915.
The American Cancer Society is hosting their annual Relay for Life event this Saturday from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. on the Cooley Middle School track. The event raises awareness and money for cancer research, cancer treatments, and more. That's it for us today on Eye of the Tiger.
And remember, we're always on at eyeofthetigernews.com. See you next time.